the first time in a while that I'm actually excited about the new iPad iOS update. If you love taking notes like me on the iPad, you know the update that they announced is huge. It's huge. First, I was so happy when I saw them talking about Smart Script in iPad OS. I had a wish list before where I was like, can they just help make my handwriting look prettier? And they did exactly that. Now you could actually just write your chicken little shit writing on your iPad, and it will actually not only make it look prettier, but actually learn from the way you write and makes your handwriting essentially neater, cleaner, and more legible. That was one thing that I've always wanted. Basically, only me could really understand what the heck I'm writing. And I've always loved when I look at other people's aesthetic notes taking. I'm like, oh my God, I look just so pretty, but I could never. And so I've been wanting this ability. It's been on my wish list for so long, and it's almost like they heard me somehow in my dream. And now it is available in the next OS iPad update. And I'm just so happy about this handwriting recognition capability. And the other thing about Smart Script that is so fantastic, and it's also something that's been on my wish list, is now you have the ability to actually copy regular text from like online, anywhere, and paste it and make it look like it's in your handwriting. Like, that is so freaking amazing, because sometimes I do want to paste text in, but like still look like I wrote it, especially I already wrote a bunch of other things, so it doesn't look like I have a text here, now I have handwriting over there. Now everything will just look like it's in my handwriting, even though I didn't write it. That is genius. Like, that is, oh my God. Like, we all know that in the current iPad, freeform, whatever notes app that you have, you can convert your handwriting to text, but those texts are so boring. Yes, you could change the font, whatever, but just, again, too many different clicks that you have to get through to just convert a regular text to like a more beautiful text. And the magic here is being able to paste it in a way that actually looks like your handwriting. Like, that is the magic. So Smart Script is something that I am so excited about. Like, I cannot wait to try it out. It literally has everything that I feel like a note taker could ask for. If you are a note taker person on the iPad and you love taking notes, you know these iPad features are gonna just help you so much. It's gonna make you enjoy writing so much more. And of course, the other thing that is super cool about the new iPad release is that iPad is finally going to have a calculator. And of course, Apple's not just gonna release a calculator that is just like your iPhone after it made you wait so many years, so long. They have to bring it to the next level. And of course, with iPad, you cannot forget you have the magic of Apple Pencil. So now they have created math notes on iPad's calculator where you could literally just write out your equation, and as soon as you write the equal sign, it knows that you're trying to get the answer, and it's magically poof, you got the answer. Like, oh my God. And that's not it. Like, you could actually do sum, like you have a bunch of numbers, you have every one of those stack up, write a line across from it, and it just knows right away that you're trying to sum the number. And that's not even it, people. It goes even more advanced than that. It could draw out an entire math diagram and convert your answer into a freaking chart. It could do that. And you could even adjust the scale, like, of if this were to be a higher sum, what would the result be? How does this reflect in the graph? If it's lower on the scale, what would it be? I mean, if you are talking about magic, this is it. Like, I feel like Apple is doing it so right. It made us wait so long to get a calculator app in the iPad, and now it is one of the best, in my opinion, or that I have tried so far, that it's like this math notes is magic, and I cannot wait to try it, even though I'm no longer in school. This would have been great when I was in school, but hey, look, like, I love doing my little grocery shopping, monthly, weekly, yearly saving on my iPad too, so it will help a lot, actually, especially for someone who already loves taking notes. Busting out the math notes and start doing my monthly saving calculation on there is actually going to be beautiful, because I have done a lot of different notes where I am doing calculation on my notepad, and I would just manually have the calculator next to that to like calculate my stuff. So now I could do all of that while I write it it out, I mean, that is just beautiful. And another non-iPad related that I thought was also very cool for the updates is satellite texting. Look, satellite, iPhone, it's not a new thing, but I love anything that has the potential to save your life. That is actually why I got this. I think this is the iPhone I think it's the 14 or the 13 Pro. I forget. Like, it's been some time that I don't even remember. It has the satellite here. And the thing with satellite is that, of course, it has the potential to save your life, but I never used it. Nobody ever really used it. But the fact that now you could do text message through satellite is actually quite amazing, because before you could only do one message only to emergency. You cannot text anybody else, basically. Not your friends, not your family, nobody. But now you can. They didn't explicitly say, or at least I didn't catch it, what the pricing plan is going to be. We all knew that when we first was introduced with the satellite feature, you're supposed to get 2 years free. But then the first year came around, they extended it again. Now I don't even know where they're at with that plan. I hope they keep it free, because look, the reality is that I don't think a lot of people actually use those features. It's one of those safety features that's really nice to have, but no one really uses it. And so I hope that they will keep the text message through satellite free as well, because that would be pretty amazing if you are just in a location. It doesn't even have to be emergency. Maybe you are just somewhere in the city, outside of the city, where you don't have reception, but you are outdoor and you could connect to satellite to send a quick message. That is actually pretty darn cool. And of course, last but not least, ChatGPT integration with Siri. I mean, we all heard the rumor that that was coming, and look, I think it's amazing. However, I would say I would have thought that the integration would have been more seamless together, and meaning that Siri would actually become another version of ChatGPT. That Siri is gonna talk super now, up its game, do something crazy, but it's not any of that. It really is just an extension to use ChatGPT, basically. Which, I mean, it's all right. There's so many privacy reasons, I think, why Apple chose to go that route instead of fully integrating ChatGPT into Siri. But it didn't necessarily wow me, but I think it does help push the narrative of all of these new AI technology in the forefront. And great naming, by the way. Apple Intelligence, really? Apple just have to call everything in their product line just slightly different. Apple Intelligence actually quite clever. So whoever came up with that, good job. You deserve a raise. iPad's update is probably one of the most exciting things that has been announced from Apple in a while, in my opinion. And they say that to test it out for the public beta, it's in July. We're still in June right now. So there's still some time to go before we could really even put our hands on it. I cannot wait for it. So if you love notes taking like me, be testing this out. I cannot wait to try those things.